the biggest thing that everybody always talks about is hair, and you know, I'm a victim of it. When I get my hair straightened, you know, once every 3 or 4 months when I get my color, I don't want to go to the gym. I'll do weights. I'll go, well, you know, I'll lift weights today. I don't want to do cardio. But I noticed that you can't do that. So you have to sacrifice. So the sacrifice, even if you're natural, if you're not, is just to have a healthy, you know, hairstyle or regimen that you say, okay, listen, I'm going to get my hair done for an event, or if you know, maintenance. I'm not the type of person that goes to the hair salon every week, so, but I used to be. And I didn't want to waste my money by getting my hair done and then, you know, working out. But I knew that it was a lifestyle that I wanted, and I wasn't willing to sacrifice the aesthetics of looking nice versus feeling healthy and being healthy. Because I was very, very overweight. I just knew that it wasn't worth it for me to save a hairstyle versus to make myself healthy. So it was just a choice.
Yeah. When I used to work out on a regular basis, and I also pressed my hair all the time, so I was wearing it straight, I would pin curl it, tie it down really tight, and not take the scarf off till the next morning because it dried. It was more like a very curly roller set, so that's how I got past that, you know, the workout time. Now, I don't sweat profusely from my head, so I think folks who, like, depending on where your sweat action is going, that will, you know, change I would say probably it started in 06, 07.
Okay.
When people really started playing with their own texture. It's amazing because in the mid-90s, texture really started when we would texturize hair to a curly state. See, my natural hair with a texturizer look like that. It looks like this, all natural. So we manipulated curl patterns back then.
Just straight, like if you put color in it,
right.
what products you use. There's like so many little factions that try to rise up. It makes absolutely no sense.
You wear deodorant or you're not.
There's always the extremists, the minimalists, and then the people that are in the middle. So it's just like any other conversation that's had.
Where do you fall? Where do you fall?
I'm definitely not a natural hair Nazi. They're out there, but I'm about healthy hair and about performance. So if there's a product that is not 100% natural, but it performs in the way that it needs to perform, and it's doing what it needs to do.
I think it's okay to, it's too many big changes at one time, you drive yourself crazy. So let me go from not having a relaxer, but just press it so I feel like I have a relaxer and I have to deal with that. And then after a while, my roots will come out. I'm like, let me see. Let me see, and then you get into, oh, well, let me twist this straight hair, put a rod on the end. I like the wavy look, it looks fuller, so then you get to wanting to see your natural texture and then working with that.
A lot of the reason is because, you know, now that I'm locked, my hair is in this kind of transitional stage where it's fuzzy, and I'm having to get used to the fuzzy and understand that that's part of the process, and I'm having to learn my hair as it locks. And I was mentioning to somebody earlier, I'm really impatient, and I'm having to manage my expectations, and I think that kind of applies to anybody going through whatever natural process. It's kind of managing your expectations, not comparing your hair to other people's, you know, because I'm ready to have my locks down my back. That's what I'm looking for. But I'm not there yet, and so I have to kind of make sure I understand, just be patient, manage my expectations. So.
Done it before.
Okay.
It's not like that's the exclusive. Right.
But why did you do it when you started to mix your own products? What were you looking for that maybe you weren't getting, or were you just trying it as an experiment?
It was an experiment for me. I started learning about all the different recipes and at-home concoctions you could do with natural ingredients, and I was just curious. And I read about honey, using honey for shine, and using different things for protein, and I was curious. And me and her, we got in the kitchen with coconut cream, coconut oil, and we mixed up that. Yeah, we did it. You know, and we mixed up our own shea butters before. It's just something I actually encourage it. There's nothing wrong with trying, you know, and see how your hair reacts.